Well, a few of you really had an issue with that last video that I put out, and I want to address it here.
JJ Cruise.
Hey everyone, what's up? This is Jordan with JJ Cruise. Thank you so much for clicking into the video today. If you didn't see it, we put a video out about a safety issue involving a guest on board Icon of the Seas just last week. There was some backlash from that video that, to be honest, I was not expecting. So I wanted to address it, make a video, just talk about why we do what we do here on the channel, and talk about why we typically don't talk about crew or passenger deaths here on YouTube. Before I get into it, I do just want to invite you to subscribe to the channel. This is JJ Cruise. Thank you so much for clicking into the video today. We're on the road to 100,000 subscribers. If you love cruising as much as we do, please hit that subscribe button. And if you like cruise news and cruise information, don't forget to hit that thumbs up. It's no question. Icon of the Seas was circulating the media last week in a way that we haven't seen it circulate since it was released in 2024. Of course, the big news headline was that a crew member stabbed another crew member and then jumped off of the side of the ship and passed away. All while that was going on, there was another incident that was circulating primarily TikTok, but all social media platforms, of a guest falling out of the hideaway pool, which is suspended 14 stories above the water. For most media outlets, they got these two stories twisted together, and there was so much misinformation about Icon of the Seas spreading throughout the internet last week. I'm gonna be honest, Jared and I saw the video that I showed in our previous video of the person flipping out of the hideaway pool, and we were both confused. We were confused on a number of things. We were confused on how media outlets were reporting that this was the crew member when this was clearly a guest in their bathing suit. We were confused as to how the guest was okay because so many people had reported this particular person that fell out of the pool or went overboard had passed away. And so we started to do a ton of research on this particular topic, and we brought it to YouTube because we thought, hey, if we're wondering this, there has to be other people seeing the same type of videos circulate with the misinformation being spread around. That was the reason that we made that video and put this here on YouTube. Because chances are, if I'm asking a question, one of you at home is also asking a question. The story of the crew member that went overboard went hyper viral last week because it wasn't your typical passenger overboard situation. It was an absolutely horrible situation that involved another crew member getting stabbed multiple times, and of course, that crew member throwing themselves off of the ship and not surviving. I want to say something that we haven't said here on YouTube before. And if you followed us for a long time, this kind of goes without saying, and you might already know what I'm going to say. We typically do not talk about or report on passenger or crew deaths here on our channel for a couple of reasons. First, we try to keep our YouTube channel highly informational. So if there's information that you need to know, or we think there's really important information about changes in the cruise industry or hot topics that are going around, we're going to bring that here to you on this channel. We also tell a lot of fun stories of things that we have personally experienced or encountered on ships with other passengers that maybe aren't so serious. People have really appreciated hearing our stories from the sea, and you can go back and you can listen to a plethora of those that we have posted here on YouTube. What you're not going to find is us reporting on other people passing away just because. There are times when there are tragedies and incidents involving a passenger or a crew member passing away, and that might impact your sailing for whatever reason. Maybe in those scenarios, you'll see those pop up here on the channel from time to time, but even that is so rare. I say this without any type of judgment because there are plenty of other YouTube channels that you can go to here on YouTube that will report on people passing away and crew member deaths, but it's just not something that Jared or I have ever really felt comfortable with talking about here on YouTube. And this is strictly from a place of our own thoughts on how we want to run this channel. YouTube is a job. Everybody knows that all of your favorite YouTubers out there make money off of these videos. They are monetized. And this is a revenue stream or source of income for us. And many videos take hours and hours and hours of editing. So there is a lot of work involved in keeping your YouTube channel relevant, constantly posting information, and keeping your YouTube channel up to date to make sure that you don't lose your followers. We have never felt comfortable monetizing off of people passing away. That is a personal thing for Jared and I. It's never really felt right to try and hype up or make really clicky videos about people's deaths, because ultimately we want to respect that person's friends and families, and we're not looking to exploit people, especially people who have passed away here on YouTube. I am in no way saying that anyone else that does that, that's what they're doing and that's what their goal is. There's a lot of people that run their YouTube channels for a number of different reasons and have their own reasons why they talk about specific things. It's just not something that we talk about here on YouTube. So when we got a lot of comments from me just saying that our thoughts and prayers are with the family members of the person that passed away, that was in no way meant to devalue the entire situation that had happened with the other crew member getting stabbed. Of course, that is absolutely horrible. The attempted murder of one crew member and suicide of another is tragic. It is a tragedy, and there are people that love both of those humans that are out there in the world. So that is why I didn't really address that situation or talk about it on that previous video. Hopefully that makes sense. And again, I don't judge anyone for what they talk about on their YouTube channel. It's just the information that you're going to find here is going to be just that. It's going to be information that you need to know, ship tours with facts, reviews from experiences and ships that Jared and I have been on, and some fun and funny stories, more on the lighthearted side along the way. And if there's ever a situation that you can either learn from or information that you need, that is where we're going to talk about those situations here on YouTube. Hopefully that makes sense. Well, thank you so much for listening to me. I think I've rambled for long enough today. I hope wherever you are, you have a great rest of your day. My name is Jordan. This is JJ Cruise. And until next time, see ya.